All right, we are live for the Bears. Ninth overall pick so far, still just waiting to see if there's any trade ups, trade backs. Can't imagine we're gonna trade up at this point here, but everyone get in the chat here. We'll start answering some questions. If you know who the Bears are gonna take, who you want the Bears to take, let us know. We can talk about it in the next 10 minutes before the Bears actually make their pick here. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, obviously. Follow me on Twitter. You can follow Nick on Twitter too if you want, but uh, you know, follow me. I'm the most important one here. So who we got in here so far? Michael Frail. Shout out Michael Frail. Woo, he's excited. First comment. Got to give him the credit for being the first one in. Connor Lipinski, second one we're in. Adrian, thank you. Great question, Adrian. Great question. All right. So where is Nick? Nick he got a new job, or no, he didn't get a new job. He got a new apartment. So he had to move somewhere. I don't know where. You can ask him on the next live show. He's moving all day. So he's been very busy. So he asked me, his favorite co-host, to join. He may drop in as the pick comes through, but he is setting up his brand new studio for the fans, getting that giveaway ready. If you guys didn't see that on social media yet. And he also is going to allegedly sand volleyball. Who knows? I personally picked the Bears over sand volleyball, but here we are. So that's kind of where Nick is at this moment. Who do we while we wait here? Anyone got any idea who the Raiders are going to take? Any thoughts? Any comments on that? Shams has been leaking all the draft picks, so I guess we'll probably know well in advance here. Nothing yet. Oh. All right, All right, Michael Brown. You think Jalen Carter going to the Bears? Okay. All right. I like that. He wasn't my first choice coming into the draft. Paris Johnson Jr., no matter what, was what I was thinking, but obviously he's gone now. It makes sense. He is obviously an incredible talent. He's had his issues. But it would be fantastic value at 9. I don't think anyone can deny that. It would be pretty cool if he fell. We'll see what the Raiders do. The pick is in. If you're watching right now, maybe cover your ears because I am about to spoil the pick. The Las Vegas Raiders are selecting edge rusher Tyree Wilson. So there's a guy I didn't necessarily want. So I am okay with that. We still got a couple guys left on the board. We got Peter Skoronski, Jalen Carter, obviously. Darnell Wright, that's Nick's pick. Nick really wants Peter Skoronski. Darnell Wright. I don't think they'll take a wide receiver. Becky Hammond to the Raptors, head coaching rumors. Not he. Obviously, she should definitely do that. I think that'd be great. She'd be better than Bud Budenholzer, the Bucks coach at this point. Wow! Shout out Michael Frail. Thank you, Michael Frail, getting us paid in the chat. Feel free, anybody. You do not have to do that. I didn't know that was a thing. But if you want to buy a super sticker or however that works, we'll show it out. Michael Frail, you're the king. Thank you. Number one super fan. So Darnell Wright is Nick's pick. So we'll kind of start going through who we think the Bears could be taking here. A little offensive tackle, not little, the exact opposite of little. Offensive tackle out of Tennessee, 331 pounds, 6'5". A 9-inch hands, thankfully, doesn't matter because he's not a quarterback. He has a lower prospect grade than I thought on the actual combine website, the 6.4. But his stats look pretty good. He ran a 501 combine. 501.40. Sorry, pulling up this. All right. Bijan or trade back. That is AZ17 here. I disagree. I do not think we should take a running back. I'm interested in the trade back scenario now with Will Levis is still hanging out there. I think, he'll fall. I don't think the Raiders are going to take him. I really don't think it. I don't think Atlanta's going to take him. And then it kind of puts us in a fun little spot where we could field some calls. We could field a couple calls, and maybe a team will jump, maybe a team will bite, blow us away, and move up to the 9th pick. All right, the pick is in. The Las Vegas Raiders. Yep, Tyree Wilson, like we thought. So definitely not Will Levis. So he keeps falling. Again, that's interesting. Puts us in a very good spot here. Definitely hope Ryan Poles is on the phone right now, just like, hey, what do you want to give up? What do you want for Will Levis? I mean, he was rumored to be the number 1 pick according to Reddit. I mean, that's gotta place on. Maybe Green Bay. Jordan Love stinks. Jordan Love is terrible. Jordan Love is awful, and I'm gonna say it until my blue in the face, until my lungs give out. Jordan Love is absolutely awful. All right, the Falcons. So this has been the Bijan rumors. I've seen them swirling on the Falcons. I've seen a lot of correct takes though that I can't imagine they're going to waste a pick on a running back at 8. But it would be interesting if they just they just keep going first year running backs over and over. He's a great talent. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst pick, I guess. I don't think they should do it. All right, Jalen. All right, we got another question in here. Great question, Michael. Do I think Philly trades up here? It's interesting. I don't think so. It depends. If they really think the Bears are going to take Jalen Carter, I think there's a chance. I think they're willing to bet that the Bears are going to take an offensive tackle. That would be my guess, and the Falcons are not going to take Jalen Carter. But I guess we'll find out in a moment here. I'll let you know as soon as I know. I mean, they could. They got some assets. I mean, Jalen Carter would be a great piece for them. Would I let Jalen Carter date my sister? As long as he doesn't take her on any Sunday drives, I think, he seems like, I'm sure he's a nice guy. I would, if I had a hypothetical sister, Jordan Love catching strays. I mean, his receivers are going to maybe be catching strays. I don't know. That was a bad joke. But either way, Jordan Love sucks, and I will continue to say it. I do not care what he did against the Eagles when Aaron Rodgers went out. It's a flash in the pan. Mitch Trubisky could have done that. We all saw how that turned out. So, the pick is in for the Atlanta Falcons. Any guesses? Who's the best player available that the Bears should draft? There we go. I mean, I'm thinking Peter Skoronski. I think that's the move. I understand Jalen Carter. I really think if the Bears for 45 years, we've gone defense. Like that's been our thing. We've gone, we have to build the defense. We have to build the defense, which I get. I love Bear football. I love defense. But we finally have the opportunity. We have the opportunity with Justin Fields. Now we got DJ Moore. I think Khalil Herbert is fantastic. I've been banging the drum for him too. We have a chance to solidify the offensive line and figure out the defensive line later, the rest of the defense later. I think there's no reason. Oh, that's a good point. Oh, I may have to take back my Peter Skoronski, my Peter Skoronski take. He's a Packers fan. Never mind. Off my draft board. It is nice. He is from Park Ridge, Illinois. That's actually where I work out of. So shout out Peter Skoronski. 6'4", 313 pounds, 10-inch hands, way bigger than Darnell Wright's little 9-inch hands. Again, not as important. A higher prospect grade according to the NFL Draft Combine website, which I don't put a ton of stock into that. If you go back and look, they never know what they're talking about, even though they should. It's literally their job. He ran a 5.1 640. I don't really care specifically about a specific 40-yard time, but 5.16 it's fast enough where he can definitely move, which I can appreciate. He's an athletic guy. That'd be great. I would actually, yeah. The more that we hear about this guy, I mean, obviously the hometown kid, pair him up with, him and Cole Kmet can go out to their local bars and, just Just live it up, have a good time. All right, the Falcons. Wow, the Falcons. The Falcons have taken Bijan Robinson, running back out of Texas. That is massive because we were not going to take him. So we get him out of the way. That leaves our guys. Anyone we want, the pick of the litter. Pick of the litter, a trade back potentially still, but the pick of the litter is available for the Chicago Bears. If anyone's in here, throw it in the chat. Do you want me to tell you the pick ahead of time as soon as I know for the Bears, or do you want to wait until it's on TV? If anyone's listening out there, you tell me, because I don't want to spoil the moment. I can appreciate the excitement. Who should we pick? Peter Skronsky. That's the answer. It should just definitely be Peter Skronsky. Paris Johnson Jr. was my if we had a trade up to get him, I would have listened. But he's gone. I don't think you can go wrong with the hometown kid. Big Ten. You need the Big Ten offensive linemen. It's just a proven fact that they're all better than any other SEC or especially SEC. Darnell, Wright, SEC tackle. No, thank you. We're Big Ten country. Keep it in the family. Stick with the Big Ten here. So I think that's the obvious answer. Jalen Carter, I'll talk about him again. Obviously out of Georgia. We all know who Jalen Carter is. Still projected. Obviously all the projections are still very high on him. He was terrible at his pro day. Everyone knows that as well. That was just an embarrassing showing. I'd like to think if we do take him, I'll talk good about him. If we don't, then he's dead to me. Jalen Carter is Aaron Donald but meaner. He's definitely got more of a rap sheet at this point than Aaron Donald. So I mean, I guess that could definitely be said. But before the Bears pick here, I got to give a shout out to my brother. He lent me the Jaquan Brisker jersey, number 9, in honor of the number 9 pick that we're probably going to draft with. Again, we'll see here. See if we trade back. But that was a stipulation of me wearing it, was that he'd allow me to wear it. So I did have to give him a shout out. So if you hear any voices, people I told not to talk, it's him and another pal that we're watching. We're all watching the draft together. Oh, we got to trade, ladies and gentlemen. We got to trade. The Philadelphia Eagles have traded up with the Chicago Bears for the 9th pick. They swapped spots. Sounds like they have swapped spots. They have traded up 1 pick. I mean, they got to be going Jalen Carter, I would guess, right? That's the only thing there's no way they'd. That's the only thing that makes sense. That's the only thing that makes sense. I don't know what we got yet. We're still waiting to see what they got here. But this is definitely this is some news, ladies and gentlemen. We are moving and shaking. What did we get? What do you guys think we got? Oh, yep, it's swapped. It's one, just one swap. So it must be. What are we thinking? Second, third round, Sarah. I mean, the Bears. If you're just swapping picks here, I can't imagine Ryan Poles was just like, yeah, sure, go ahead of us. Yeah, take it. I think we might have gotten a good return here. I think we could have gotten a good return here. My brother's dog is now wreaking havoc. He is going crazy. He is so excited that the Bears have acquired more draft picks. I would guess. I can't imagine there's a player involved in this. But I guess we are going to find out sooner than later. It has to be. All right, it's official. Who the Eagles are taking? The Philadelphia Eagles have traded up 1 pick to take none other than Jalen Carter out of Georgia. So Jalen Carter is off the board, everyone. I'm thinking it's got to be Peter Skrantz. What if we trade back again? How sick would that be? We just drop back with Tennessee. So now, yeah, Philadelphia, they got Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter just loading up on the big boys in the middle. Just swap them out every two every 2 plays as they're all just gassed. Oh my gosh, we are moving and shaking, ladies and gentlemen. We are moving and shaking. All right. I mean, what do we get though? Anyone see what we get yet? I like to think I follow enough guys here, but I do not see. Okay, we got an extra 4th round pick for next year. The next year 4th round pick was the only thing that we got in exchange, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with it. If we didn't want Jalen Carter, I mean, we just bluffed him out of their pick. That's fine, right? I think we're all okay with that. Yeah, everyone, anyone, if you got comments on that, what do you think? I'll read some more off here. If we got show us the dog. You want to bring the dog? I want to bring the dog in. we'll get some more views in here. Everyone wants to see a dog. We'll get that. His name's Kodiak. He's a cute guy, a little Norwegian elkhound. Yeah, we're fourth round pick official. Here's the dog. Here's the cute puppy. Look at him. He's so excited. We're gonna get him a Peter Skaransky jersey, perhaps. I think that's what we're gonna have to go with, right?
Look at the camera. Look at the camera.
All right, and there is your appearance from Kodiak, the Norwegian elkhound. As we get excited here, go Bears! They didn't want Carter. It makes sense. I totally agree. Just a free pick if we aren't taking him anyway. AZ17 took the words right out of my mouth, or maybe you just copied me because I think I said it first. But I think we are all on the same page here. King Pulls does it again. I think we can all agree. Now we just got to not mess up this pick, right? This will either set us up, bring us up to the upper echelon of teams for the next 10 years, solidify the offensive line, perhaps. That's what I really think that's what we should go with. Or it's going to set us back 10 years, and we're going to be right back into the rebuild. Waste Justin Fields. I think that's the only way this can go. So far, no word. No word yet on what we're doing. Nobody move. Nobody panic. Have faith in our guy, King Poles, like right there, right there, like it says. King Poles has done it again. Welcome, Ron. Thank you for coming. You just missed the dog. We had a little dog make an appearance here, my brother's dog. So hopefully you're not too sad about missing that. But now that Ron's here, we can officially start the live stream. Ron, who do you think? We've been saying Peter Skronsky, I think, is our pick. Hope I'm saying it right. I might be pulling a Nick here and totally mispronouncing it, but I'm terrified. I agree. Gary, I am also shaking a little bit. It's just it's that Bears, Chicago sports in general feeling to just be waiting for that other shoe to drop. It truly is. I hope we're past it, and I think this pick is going to send us a signal. Here we go. Just not Carter. I agree, Ron. Thankfully, we dodged that missile. That bullet. I don't know. Whichever one you want to call it. We got a 4th round pick in 2024 for King Poles to play with. Yep, it's official on the screen now. Again, they didn't want Jalen Carter. That's just what that means. They did not want Jalen Carter. Gary, I agree. I think we're getting Skransky. AZ17, Skransky's the move. Or that corner. Okay. All right. Interesting. That's that is definitely that would be out of left field. I would not expect that personally. I will support him no matter what, because our Chicago Bears are the most important thing in the entire world to me. Especially because the White Sox are now the absolute worst. All right. Have they officially announced it on the stage? No, they have not. All right. Come on. This is the longest. I think this is what they call the soldier's minute. It's just that longest minute as the bullets are flying. Oh, the pick is in. The pick is in, ladies and gentlemen. The pick is in. We just real quick before I announce who the Chicago Bears will be taking because I just found out. We'll address Ron's comment here first. We did have 9. The Eagles at the last second swapped with us, so they moved up to 9. We dropped back to 10. So just one pick swap. We got 2024 4th. And then, I'm sure Ryan Poles will turn that into gold. Obviously, Eagles took Jalen Carter. They wanted Jalen Carter. We did not, clearly, because, are you all ready? I'm about to announce the pick here. The Chicago Bears, with the 10th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, are selecting offensive tackle Darnell Wright out of Tennessee. So the Bears got their guy. That's who they wanted. They wanted Darnell Wright. We talked about him a little. I was making fun of him for his hands. I take it all back. This guy is the best offensive tackle to ever play the game. I think we all know that. He's out of Huntington, West Virginia. It's his hometown, Tennessee. 6'5", 333. I know we talked about this, but for anyone new joining us, 33 3/4 inch arms. Sounds pretty long. I'll be honest. I don't actually know how what a good size arm length for an offensive tackle is, but that sounds pretty good to me. Ran a pretty fast 40, just literally the smallest tick you can be over 5 seconds. Ron, you did call that one. Nick called that one. Nick, he did in fact call every single player in Division I college athletics. That is true. So technically, he was right. Michael Brown, I apologize. Jalen Carter would have been fun. I really, that felt like a pick that we make next year, maybe in 2 years. A defensive lineman like that. It felt like a pick that we weren't ready to make yet when we can fully officially shore up the offensive line. So Darnell Wright. Let's talk about Darnell Wright. How about that? Let's keep going. So obviously, big body tackle. He carries his weight well. Yeah, more comments here. Everyone's mock draft already got screwed. Nothing will be as hype as us trading up for Fields, but Poles seems to build a lot in the later part of the draft. That's true. We have so many picks. This is an important pick, but it may not end up in 2 years and 3 years. It may not be the pick we remember. That's the best part about these moves we've made. What Ryan Poles has done. I'm all in. King Poles has done it again. Watch us finish the day with 15 picks this year and 15 next year. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. He's willing. We've traded back twice in the second round. Obviously, it's not on the same day, but we traded back with the Panthers and we trade back one pick and we picked up another already just to still get our guy. Ron, doing your mock draft on Monday. Nice. I think that's the move. That's the only way we can get any of this correct. I knew what you meant, Gary. I apologize. I didn't mean to say today. In this year, that was on me. We'll call it a mispronunciation, even though I just chose the wrong word. So a couple more strengths of our guy, Darnell Wright. Bulldozer vibes when he's working with double teams and combo blocks. He's able to stand his ground through one-on-one power swaps. He jolts linebackers out of positioning with a push, which is fantastic. That's just what we need, especially in the run game. I believe in Khalil Herbert. We don't have David Montgomery anymore. We're going to need some downfield blocking. Oh, okay, Gary. You had me. I happy it wasn't my fault. Happy it was your fault. Had a little too much Malort, you're saying there. Okay. I guess you have to. It's this year and when the Bears make the Super Bowl, those are the two times I think are fair times for Malort. Otherwise, I'll let my friends take those. He's got an adequate foot slide to catch inside movement. We won't have we can fill in for Sam Mustipher just letting guys run through him like a turnstile. So hopefully that'll be nice. Pick up some blitzing linebackers. Uses his length. I was right. It is good arm length. I knew it. Uses length for forceful redirection in protection. Again, just something to kind of make sure that these guys aren't just immediately putting a helmet on the football when Justin Fields is trying to make a play in the backfield. Hopefully help him cut down on fumbles. He does have some weaknesses. It's important that we go over them. I don't believe in any of them because I am a Darnell Wright guy forever and always. So he does get he gets very little bend in his 2-point stance, according to whoever writes this NFL Combine strengths and weaknesses. I think that's a very nitpicky weakness, especially be the number one weakness. I don't know. He's more of a bear hugger than technician at point of attack. That's okay. We're the Chicago Bears. That's what we want. Probably not. But, I think that was a good sign. We should have seen this coming because he is a bear hugger, I guess. Below average hand, resets and finishes, run blocker. Not worried about that. Big guy. He'll finish his blocks. Might need a shallow pocket to hold up in pass pro. More of a catcher than a puncher, and he shows confusion against a twist. That's concerning. That is concerning. Here, we'll get a couple more comments in here. Going O-line with that pick tells us that Poles is serious about getting Justin some protection. I like the message. Absolutely, Ron. I think I was saying it right before you got in here. We've gone defense. Definitely my entire life. Double my entire life. We've gone defense, 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 defense. Hopefully that doesn't make anyone feel too old there. It's finally time we start investing in the offense. And I love it. Brendan's not as excited. He wanted Jalen Carter. I get it. Again, this felt like if we're going to go all in on Justin Fields, we have to make sure he's got the weapons. We got the weapons now for the most part. We're pretty good at running back here. Here's the pick. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Darnell Wright. There it is. So we got him officially, ladies and gentlemen. We got him. So I'm going to get his jersey, I think. I think that's the move. I'm going to absolutely be a Darnell Wright guy through and through until I'm ready to clown him like Mustafa or, oh, no. Peter Skoransky went next. So, I mean, not that he was going to fall back to us in any way, but if we had any inkling that we really wanted to invest in the offensive line, trade back up a couple picks or something, he's going to the Titans at the 11th pick. I do think, Skoransky's arm's way too short to play guard. Great point. I didn't want him. He's a bum. Northwestern. He never would have worked out in the league. So happy we got our guy. So either way, I think we're good. Ron, I was sure that if Carter was available for the Bears, that someone would have traded with us for him. Yeah, you're absolutely right, and they did. That's exactly what happened, and it makes sense. I totally get it. So, yep, Gary, I agree. I see you, Poles. Let's get right cooked this season. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. I totally agree. Oh, it's okay, Michael. I knew what you meant. I apologize. I was just reading right what you said off the screen. When will the jersey and hat winners be announced? That's a great question. Tweet at Nick at Chicago Nick ChiCagonic. Tweet at Chicago Nick to ask him when that's going to be out. He'll be on tomorrow, I believe, and he will have a video ready talking all about Darnell Wright, talking all about the giveaway. He'll tell you everything you guys need to know. We'll answer a couple more questions here that I'm probably going to sign off because we kind of talked everything that we can. If you can't tell, I'm excited. I'm happy Darnell Wright wasn't my first choice or second or third. Nick will be much more excited. That was his guy. That was his prediction. So we got to give our credit to Nick there. So I wasn't sure if I answered that one. I apologize, Ron. Gary thought we might swing for Gonzalez for a bit, to be honest. So I don't know what the Bears are going to do the rest of the draft. Obviously, we might be right back up in the first round. Who knows? If so, I'll make Nick hop on. He'll be excited to see you all and tell you all about how he was totally correct about Darnell Wright. But in the meantime, follow us on social. You can see mine here. Subscribe to our YouTube. Follow the official Jay Shy Twitter account for any and all updates. Follow us on Instagram, same thing. Like I said, Chicago Nick at Chicago Nick. You want to be here with you boys and girls. We'll read Ron's comment, then we'll sign off here. Thanks, Tony. The national guys are just spouting the same crap they've been saying for 2 months. I was watching with watching them with the sound off. Glad you were here so I could watch with you instead. Thank you, Ron. This is why we love you. I know you've been, if anyone doesn't know Ron, he comments on everything. He's always watching our stuff, consuming our stuff, giving great takes. Always a good take giver outer. So if you ever go into our YouTube comments, you will see Ron giving out the most correct takes of all time. Tony is our king. Thank you, AZ17. Up arrow from Michael agreeing. And thank you, Tony. You the best. Thank you, Michael. Again, thanks, guys. If you guys have any more comments, anything at all, tweet at us. We'll retweet anything. We're happy to share this moment with you guys. Enjoy Darnell Wright. Read up as much as you can. Like I said, Nick will have something out tomorrow. Hopefully he'll be announcing the winner coming up here. And I guess you'll probably be getting a Darnell Wright jersey. So with that, thank you guys for tuning in to Just Another Year Chicago Bears live draft reaction. And King Poles does it again, and that'll do it. Thank you guys.